Oh, 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 oh.
Okay, so this is a little bit of JOMTIEN Beach in Pattaya. So we're just gonna walk directly down that way, kind of give you an idea what it looks like for people that don't know. You can kind of see it right now. Okay, JOMTIEN Beach. So just so you can have a reference of what it looks like, I'll put it up on the map so you can see that it's on the other side of Pattaya. So you can see some like banana boats out there, little swimming area. And we're just gonna walk down the boardwalk a little bit. So we'll probably just go a little ways and kind of point out some different stuff. But you can see lots of hotels, balconies, things like that. Then you have some nice beaches too, and you also have a lot of places where you can have meals. So they'll have seafood and things like that. Especially these tents right here, we're gonna walk by those in a moment. And there's also some swimming area right there, so you can see the lifeguards are on duty in the middle. And then this right here has all the beach chairs, so if you want a more like Thai style to be under the umbrellas, but then they'll come by and bring you food. You can also get a boat, 900 baht for 30 minutes. And they'll also bring food, so you can see they're walking down the beach with food. And they'll usually target in this area, because a lot of people will just stay there. They'll get their chair, and then the food will come to you. So they'll bring around all kinds of different stuff. So you'll see those kind of things, or even like this coconuts. Somebody will be bringing those around as well. And coming up here, we're gonna see some flags. I think those are Scandinavian, maybe Denmark, not Denmark, something like that. But there's a lot of Scandinavians in Thailand that come down. So I think that might be a flag like that. You can, there's access to the ocean. So you got a flag. As we keep on walking down, kind of getting an idea of JOMTIEN. Got some dogs to the left. Some different food items that you can get. And then another flag there. And then these are some of the things you can get. Banana boats, parasailing, speedboats. So they'll also offer their services as you walk up and down the beach. And so mostly you'll see mostly Thai people under the umbrellas, and then the foreigners will be more exposed in the sun, getting their suntans and things like that. Over there you got a restaurant and wine bar, La Classica. JOMTIEN boathouse as well. Looks like we're gonna come up on something straight ahead. Looks like it's gonna be all dirt. So it looks like they're doing some repair that we're gonna see shortly. Yeah, JOMTIEN is nice. It's a little bit different than the Pattaya feel. So here you have a nice boardwalk with feels like more ocean access a little bit, where Pattaya is much longer and wider beach. And we're gonna be coming up against this thing right here. So what I'll do is we'll walk into the sand part and we'll just pause, but you can also see some swimming areas in here too. Okay, so I'm going to come up over on that side past that construction right here. So we just walked through that construction, and then now we're kind of at another piece of the beach, which is like without the umbrellas, and you have more, you can just kind of sit wherever you want to sit, so you can see more of that. So it looks like you got a mix, and then we're gonna have another mix where we're gonna go back to another construction area. They're paving everything over, or building like a boardwalk, like a nice one, I think. And then you can see the construction comes across here again. But you are getting an idea of what it looks like. So yeah, it looks like they're doing some work here. So what I'll do is we're gonna walk by all this little stretch with all of the umbrellas again, and then we'll come out to the other side. So you can see these kind of have the same things again, the jet skis and stuff like that. So let's just walk all the way down to that way, and we'll come out on the other way. Okay, so we just came out of, not come out of, but we went up to the balcony of Burger King just to kind of show you But there's some fast food on the other side of the street and random stuff. And we're gonna go back to the other side, but we're just kind of giving you the full picture of different stuff that's around here, including the sushi restaurant. And we're gonna be walking quite a bit further down. There's some marijuana and massage places as well. And some random stuff like beach things, food and drinks. And I think we're gonna just go back over to that side. There's actually a playground for kids. So that's actually here on JOMTIEN. Looks like I can't quite get over there because there's still lots of sand and they're still doing construction all the way down. So we're gonna just stay on this side of the street. And as an aside, we're not too far from the JOMTIEN night market, which is not going on yet because it's not quite nighttime. But I am gonna show what that looks like a little bit as well. Looks like it's all closed up. Yeah, but they're setting things up, so it'll go on later and it'll be quite full. If I get a chance, I'll try to do a separate video of that one at nighttime when it's all fully going on. I have been here before, but you can see lots of Russian. I remember that from before. You can see the whole beach right here. So that, I think this is all a swimming area right in there. And then you can see another one over there and here. And also, so there's a few people around. So kind of cool. And yeah, so I guess what they're doing is they're filling this in and making it this boardwalk. Slowly, slowly. So now you can see all the workers kind of repairing this. So that's kind of what's happening here. So later they'll have a nice boardwalk that goes all the way down with nice new pavement. Okay. And that's the other side too, just to give you some context. There's people up on the balconies, condos, Copacabana, Tulip House. Lots of little random places all the way down. Now you hear banana boats to the right, or skidoos or something. Speedboats, something. So all kinds of stuff going on. See lots of boats way in the distance. Okay. And those are some stairways to go down. Okay, so now you're getting a better idea. So now we're back to another little beach area. So it looks like there's interspersed with beach areas and then another one's with umbrellas. So it looks like it kind of goes back and forth like that. So I'm gonna skip a bunch of them. I'm gonna keep on walking down, but if I see something that looks a little bit different than that, something that's a little bit stands out. So now that we see that pattern. So as you can see, right up here we have a ton more umbrellas again. So we're gonna just keep walking way down there and give you the length of JOMTIEN if I can get down there far enough. There's restaurants on the other side, more condo stuff as well, and hotels, lots of hotels. So watching them kind of moving boats in and out of the water there. It's kind of different and unique. You can see one of them straight that way. You can also see some tractors to the side. So these tractors here will pull them up like that. And it looks like there's going to be another one coming up as well. So that's kind of interesting. So that's one right there, the tractor and the boat. So it looks like this little pad right here just specifically for that. And I guess this is going to come back up and grab something. We're going to keep on walking out. So that's something a little bit different. Here comes another one too. So we got a police with a boat as well. So it's kind of interesting. Little area where the boats go in and out. Okay, so we got more stuff to the left, just kind of typical espresso shops, different restaurants, and then you got the beaches to the right, and that just happened to be a little bit of a boat docking area. the next interesting thing. That's interesting. It's called Daisy D's, and you got a bunch of people in their Daisy Duke shorts and shirts like that. Dukes of Hazzard TV show from the 1970s. Anyways, let's keep on going down. Oh, here's a little thing, JOMTIEN. So, okay, so now we have some side streets like this, and then I see something called Armenia, and I saw another Russian sign as well, so maybe there's a little bit of a mix in this area. I heard that there's more Russian over there. So maybe this is a little bit of a slight Russian area where they have more things like that. So that one's in the Russian language. So is the market when we went down by that way as well. So it's like this little bit of a market right here too. That's going to be opening up later. It's still early. It's like about 3:30 in the afternoon right now. And we're kind of lucky for walking because it's not so bright. The sun isn't so bright, so it's easy to. But now we're going to be coming across more of this construction. So over here we have that little area that had Armenia, and then we have a Chinese one right here. So we kind of have a mix of different stuff. Here's a public toilet, Swenson's, more stuff on this side, and then here we have these long, expensive beaches that go a lot deeper. But we still have all that. I'm gonna see if I can walk almost all the way down to those buildings, but I'll just use the camera intermittently throughout that whole time. See the beach, pink sand, so it's like a little bit of a beach theme. Pizza company. These kind of got stuff just kind of endlessly all the way down. It's like at least it's like about a 2-hour walk if I didn't turn the camera on and off. This says I need another 45 minutes to get to the end of the beach way down there. Anyways, keep showing you what's along the way. More boardwalk building. So this is a street with some condos way down that way, and then this one has some really beautiful balconies. So we'll see how this is all going. Lots more construction to the right, but you can still buy all your typical stuff, like all your beach attire, stuff like that. No money, no honey shirts, and all the rest. Let's keep on going down. I want to get way down to the end of it so we can see the full extent of all of JOMTIEN, intermittently with random things along the way. See what's down this little corner here. Little bar. Let's see. Okay. The side shops. So yeah, we'll see. It looks like they're gonna extend the boardwalk all the way down. Another little interesting space right here too. Okay, so you got kind of stretches of stuff. So I think basically my general assessment is you could kind of get a hotel anywhere in JOMTIEN and have things nearby. A lot of them are kind of repetition, and some of them are quite unique. There's a rooftop bar for the 8th floor. Dib. Let me just kind of look down this a little bit. So yeah, you got more condos way out here. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna keep on walking down, see if we can show you at the end of the beach. They're fixing a wire right there. Be kind of careful. So lots of stuff going on in here. Get out of there before. Actually, these condos are kind of interesting just because they're so big, massive. There's like a few of them. All of them probably have views of the ocean, and then they also probably nothing's to be built in front of them, so they're kind of back a little bit. But it looks like the property's all owned all the way up to the road, so you probably retain the view without somebody like absolutely taking your view away from you. Anyways, let's keep on going down. And there's more. So it looks like things are going to start going that way in this area, and there's these big condos all the way down that way, and then all these ones over here too. Okay, so now we're kind of at this space where there's all these boats. You can see all these tons and tons of fishing boats all the way down, so it's like a little stretch of fishing boats. But we're still right in this area where we still have all the same stuff, you know, hotels, restaurants, those condos that we walked by earlier. And it's like we have lots of sidewalk here as well. So we'll keep on meandering down until we can get, I want to get closer down to the end. So we'll see. So we're looking back to where we were walking, and I think that this is actually the reference point I was looking for to get up to this condo. And there's more, a big cluster down that way, and we're not really at the end of the beach anyways yet. So I'm going to go a little bit further, but at least I give you some context where we are. There's something right there called Pub Lamar, Cafe Lamar, JOMTIEN Beach as a reference, if somebody wants to see exactly where we are so far on our walk. But we're going to keep on going down. Some nice palm trees right here. But we're going to keep on going down and get into that other cluster and see how far we can get until the beach changes into something that's not quite JOMTIEN anymore. So we'll find out soon. Okay. Another viewpoint, but I've seen this one. I was kind of wondering about that. I've seen it in Google Maps. Looks like it has these big terraces with the way the apartments are built. But anyways, we're kind of near what I think might be the end. And you got much more expensive beaches here. The other one's a little bit more narrow, and this one really goes out quite a bit further. But we're going to keep on going down, try to give you an idea of the end of the beach as well. Okay, so I think I can see the end of the beach way down there. Still got maybe another kilometer maybe? I just found out I walked 3.5 kilometers from the starting point, almost 4 hours by now. I just walked another half when I was checking that. Got some more condos over here called Lumpini. It's like they're buying and selling. So there's stuff just spreading all the way down. Okay, let's keep on going. See if we can get all the way to the end. Okay, so we got a JOMTIEN Pattaya beach sign right there. And actually it says here is a little "you are here," so we can actually see where we are. So this actually goes right here. So we passed 19, 18, 17, so there's all these different spots. So we're basically walking, we still have a little ways to go, but we're getting near there. Okay, let's keep on going. So that hotel has the shape of a ship right there called Rodina. So we came all the way from that way. Some ships out in the water. And I'm gonna just keep on walking down. So I know it's gonna be a long video, but kind of want to see all the way to the end and just kind of, you know, map it out in my own brain, and also just have it as a record on the YouTube channel, so we know exactly what it looks like in 2025, the construction, because all this stuff will be different in the future. You know, who knows how it'll be exactly, but it won't be like it is right now. So we basically will have a record of 2025, you know, intermittently throughout. Anyways, let's do that. Okay, so this one actually says Na JOMTIEN Beach. Na could mean that we're not on JOMTIEN anymore. So Na could mean, you know, the direction, north, south, east, west kind of thing. Anyways, we just keep on walking down anyways. And kind of want to get all the way down to those trees way down there and see. We might actually have already walked the beach, I don't know. We'll find out. So yeah, this is like a kite flying area. So we're way down here now. I think we're in an area called Na JOMTIEN. But I'm going to keep on walking. I want to just get to where the beach kind of ends, and it's like a clear marker that the beach, in the continuous way it is, comes to an end out of my own curiosity. But anyways, something a little bit different. Kite flying. So I believe this marks the end of it, because there's a giant one that says welcome. It's like a little bit of a thing right there. And then yeah, this big expensive beach. And then I think that this looks kind of like the corner of JOMTIEN. And then I think this is something different. It looks like there's like private property right there, going down, and there might be something else differently down there, but it looks like there's a barrier that if I walk that way I couldn't get to the other part. But anyways, I think we made it all the way to the end of JOMTIEN. Kind of cool.